Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Satnam, everyone. What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind, and this is your Channel for Grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. We are here on Monday evening, and this is the show that I do every Monday night at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, where I talk about the astrology for the week and then pull some cards for all of us that are here needing some guidance. And I've been talking to quite a few people in the last few days. I think we're all just kind of going through it. It's been insane. So I can't wait to see what the cards have in store for us today. Let me say hi to everybody that's in the chat. Hello, Morning Star. Hello, Darlene. Welcome in. Hello, Mama O. Chanel, Maria, welcome. Hello, Tracy. Hello, Joni. As above, so below. I love that. Welcome in. Thank you guys for being here. And if you are new, make sure that you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and also give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube suggests my videos to other people that like similar content. Also, I would love to invite you to download my free moon astrology guide, which will tell you what your psychic gifts are based off of your moon sign. It'll enter you into my email list, and I send out a weekly moon magic report, and the report is coming out. It comes out every Wednesday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific. So if you want to get in on that, then make sure to get on the list before Wednesday morning at 8 a.m. I go through the astrology of the week from Wednesday to Wednesday, but focusing on the moon and what the moon is doing. And of course, we have a full moon this week, which we're going to talk about a little bit, and some other crazy stuff going on as well. But that is an awesome thing to have in your mailbox every week. And I know people really love being able to see what's coming up and how to plan for that, or at least be aware of the energies. And honestly, it's been insane. And this week is no different. But it's a little more exciting, I guess you could say, this week. The astrology of this week is quite a bit exciting. Hello, Kim. Welcome in. Hello, Raessa. Welcome in. So good to see you guys here. The other thing I want to invite you to is the Starseed membership. So I have a membership that's a $22 a month commitment. It's totally crazy affordable, trust me, compared to other things out there. And this weekend, the sun is entering the the sign of Aries, and we are doing our first live event of Aries season. And that's happening this Sunday evening at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's a spring equinox ceremony, celebration, welcoming in of the new year, because we are starting with the first sign of the zodiac. So the new astrological wheel begins this year for astrologers. This is our new year, really. And you can join us for that live event. And if you do join the membership between now and that live event, I am going to be doing a giveaway. And I'm giving away a free Akashic Records reading. And everyone that's in the membership will get entered to win. So I'm really excited about that. I'm going to announce I'm going to announce the winner. That's hilarious. On Sunday at that live event, which is a private event held on Zoom only for the members. So that's really exciting for this week. And also you may have seen me announce it on Instagram, which if you don't follow me yet, make sure you do at Channel for Grace. I'm also on Telegram and MeWe, like the same handle everywhere. But I also have another Instagram account called the Moon Goddess Training, at Moon Goddess Training. I should also put that up on the screen. And the new, the next level 1 Moon Goddess Training is now officially open for registration. We begin on April 29th. There's a link below if you want more information. And I did an entire video talking about what the Moon Goddess Training is all about, what do we do, and all the details about it. So make sure to check that video out, which is available here on the channel. But the link below will also have that video on there. So let me know how you guys are doing this week, and we'll talk a little bit about the astrology. So I'm going to do a little screen share, and I do appreciate every single one of you guys for being here today. So thank you for showing up, whether you're here live or whether you are watching the replay. So you'll be able to see the screen in a moment. So let me do this little share here. Hello, Nelvin. Welcome in. Your glasses make everything better. Oh, good. I'm glad. Yeah, right. Rose-colored, heart-shaped glasses. Can't go wrong. Let me know when you guys can see the chart on the screen, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about what is happening this week. And the very first thing, that there's two main things. First of all, let me start with that. There's two big things that are going on this week. The first one is the full moon in Virgo, which is happening on the 18th. What day is that? That's on Friday. So Friday night, we're going to be doing the ceremony. And then Thursday evening, I'm going to be going into detail about this full moon and what it means. But I'll give you guys a little bit of a preview here today in this broadcast. So that's the first big thing that is happening this week. And then the other one is that the sun is entering into the sign of Aries, and we are beginning the spring equinox. So the sun enters Aries on March 20th, which is this Sunday. And there's one more thing, which I'll be talking about for the magic of Venus. Venus on the 21st, which is on Monday, is entering a different phase. She's entering the surrendering and discovery phase. So there's actually three big things that are going on this week. And so that makes it a heavy astrological week. Whenever you have even just a full moon by itself can be a very, very powerful event, especially because it is the full moon. So, and everything gets heightened during a full moon. If I fast forward to the 18th, you're going to see that the full moon is actually happening at 27 degrees. Let me go to that exact point. Oh, it's right there. So this moon is happening at 27 degrees. And here we are. And I'll be going into much more detail, but this is a pretty cool looking chart. I feel like this is really, it's intense because if you just visually look at it, what I like see right away is like this beautiful grand trine, and it's like it's a kite, right? There's the moon, there's the sun, and then you've got all these planets down here, and then the moon like all by itself over there. Just visually, there's something really intense about this full moon. Hello, Valerie. Welcome in. Is that your face? Nice. Oh, that's right. We just went through that this weekend and learned what phase Venus was in when we were born in the moon goddess training. So there's a huge, right, Aquarius stellium. You've got the North Node over here, but it's just like there's a lot of planets that are kind of bunched up here, and then the moon is opposing all of this energy. So like I said, a full moon heightens the energy. So if you're feeling, we just came off of a very strong conjunction with the sun and Neptune, and that was the second big wave. First we saw the sun conjunct Jupiter, and then now the sun is conjuncting Neptune, and the next big like Piscean wave, which is the biggest one and the biggest transit of the year, is Jupiter conjunct Neptune in April. That's the second. So Aries season in the membership, the Starseed membership, we're going to have 2 live events. The second one will be on that Jupiter Neptune conjunction, which like I said is the biggest transit of the year. And we're going to do an Akashic journey on that date because we have to take advantage of that energy. And we are essentially saying goodbye to Pisces season. We'll never see this again. We'll never see that transit again ever in our lives, especially while we're moving out of Pisces, Pisces era, the age of Pisces, and into the age of Aquarius. So we're living in a very, obviously we know this already. I know you guys know this, but we're living in a very, very intense and unique time in the history of planet Earth, in case you didn't notice. And you have to remember that you chose to come here at this time to do this. So what are some of the themes to give you a little bit of an idea of this full moon and what it's going to feel like? It's thought-provoking opinions, pushing away the unknown. It's also a labrum stargate, and labrum is known as the cup. So the Holy Grail, right? Like the cup, the Holy Grail. So that's going to be a very beautiful thing. And in terms of the gene key that we are dealing with for this moon, it is the 6th gene key, which is the path to peace. And I think that is such a beautiful energy if we can move from the shadow of conflict to the gift of diplomacy and to the city of peace. And remember that Virgo really represents this energy of grounding down and moving into bringing heaven to earth. I've talked a lot about bringing heaven to earth, especially in the Moon Goddess training. And it refers to the plan that we're here to do on earth as human beings, is to bring heaven to earth. It's called Atertunti, and it is about understanding our own divinity and living our life by awakening our genius, stepping into our purpose, stepping into our radiance. And as we step into radiance, allowing our aura and to strengthen and to transform our shadows into gifts. And as we do this, we help elevate not only the consciousness of ourselves and those whose lives we touch, but also the lives of the consciousness of the whole planet. And that Virgo represents that, bringing that heaven to earth. So I think that having this theme of the path to peace, or the possibility of the path to peace, I think is really beautiful of this moon. And remember too that there are, what we call the laws of the universe. And there's light and dark, good, bad, not necessarily good, bad, because morality is only a thing of this world. However, there is darkness and light, and we tend to moralize that, or bring our moral values into what is dark and what is light, and make like whatever is dark bad and whatever is light good. But the universe doesn't have that kind of judging or judgment kind of mechanism, because everything has a polar opposite. The pendulum swings. There's a rhythm to life, and we have to remember that if there's something going on in the world right now, it didn't just come out of nowhere. Like it did not just come out of nowhere. It's a response to something that caused this to show up in the world. And so we have to trust that the opposites are being expressed, and they will always continue to be expressed. So your job is not to try to change the collective. Your job is not to try to change what's going on outside of yourself. Your job is to focus on yourself and on your own light and on your own genius and on your own gifts and your own shadows. Transforming, like healing the shadows and just transmuting the energy of the shadows, because the shadows are gifts in and of themselves. We wouldn't be able to move into a gift if we didn't have a shadow, right? And like we wouldn't be able to move into the light if there wasn't any darkness. Light wouldn't even exist, but both exist. So we have to honor both of them. And this is why this is such a challenging time in the world right now, is because we have to honor the dark and the light. And it seems like there's more dark than light, but that is an illusion. And Pisces is very, very much about illusions. So the illusion is that there's more dark than light right now. The reality is that there's a lot more light than you know, and it starts with you. And that's the biggest message that I feel this moon can bring us. The next big event that I just mentioned that is happening on Sunday is that the sun is entering into the sign of Aries. And so this is a new astrological year. And it's so cool, like right at the exact time that the sun enters Aries. This is something really unique. I don't think this doesn't happen often, but look how cool this is. So the sun enters Aries at 0 degrees. And then at the same exact moment, the moon enters into the sign of Scorpio at 0 degrees. And they are in fact making a quincunx to each other. And quincunxes are a little bit like squares, and they create tension and like they kind of challenge us. What I think is so unique about this, and I'll be talking a little bit more about the astrology on our live event of the spring equinox, the celebration of the spring equinox. But the one thing that I want to point out is that the sign of Aries and the sign of Scorpio are both ruled by Mars. They are Mars-ruled energy. And Mars rules Aries, but Mars is also the traditional ruler of Scorpio. Obviously, we know, or you may or may not know, that Pluto is also ruled by the sign of Scorpio. But this is unique that both the sun and the moon together at the same time move into Mars-ruled signs. And what is Mars? Mars is our drive. Mars is our passion, how we act and what we do, how we take action to get the things that we want. So I think that right away, this season, this year starts off with power and action. It's like you have to take your power and take your passion and put it where you truly want to manifest, what you really want to create. And there's an intensity. It starts off with this intensity. And I know you're probably like, oh God, I'm kind of done with the intensity. But you can use this energy to your advantage. So it's like, where are these signs in your chart is one way to figure out how this is, affecting you more personally. But Aries is the spark. It gets something going. It's a cardinal sign. So this is a major time to set an intention for the year. Remember, like one thing that I'm going to be doing starting this Aries season in the Starseed membership is we're going to focus on each season and the role that it plays in the whole, like in the complete cycle of the wheel, and why to the ancient Atlanteans it was so important to know this cycle, to know these 30-day cycles where the sun moves 30 degrees. And when we understand that we're going through these like 30-day periods, which we talked about this weekend, it has to do with the icosahedron, which represents the year. But when you go through these 30-day cycles, they are moments to evolve in your own life and to take your own life to the next level or the next, transmutation. And every 30 days, every season, this is why I do my membership like this. I don't start like by the first of the month and start at the end of the month. It just, that doesn't work, because what works is to focus on season by season. So Sun in Aries, Sun in Taurus, Sun in Gemini. You've got 30 degrees, 30 degrees, 30 degrees. And as you move through these seasons, that's how you start to understand the flow of astrology and how you can align yourself so that you are, like I said, in your own individual way, evolving through each of these seasons. So where is Aries in your chart? I would go and look at your chart and find out where Aries is, because this is where the new year starts every year. Every year, wherever you have Aries is where the new year begins. And this is where the spark of life starts. And so sometimes, depending on your chart, it can be a frustrating place to start off a new year, but there's always a gift. There's always a gift within each shadow. But that's the one thing that I wanted to point out, is that this is a very strong Mars ruled energy as we enter into Aries season. So it's no joke. Like, this is warrior like energy. Mars in Aries is warrior, and it's also the god of war. And Mars in Scorpio is like the underworld and like your power and the depth of your soul, like knowing yourself at a deep level. It's also the Tower. Scorpio is the Tower card, but it really is, it's like the warrior. Like, we have to warrior up. So even though most of us that I feel are somehow spiritually aware or spiritually inclined, meaning we know that there's more to life than meets the eye. We know that there's more than just this day-to-day life, and we feel it in our core, in the essence of our being. We feel that truth. We're usually really sensitive people. Because to be aware of something like that, you have to have some kind of sensitivity to the world around you, and you have to be able to see things from a higher perspective, like to step outside of yourself and see what's going on and analyze things. And since we tend to be people that are very sensitive, it's too much, right? Mars energy is like, whoa, it's too much. But you have to put on like the the armor, and you gotta go get what you want. Otherwise, it is not going to happen this year. This is not a year to just like sit and wait to see what happens, because everything is changing so fast. It'll just pass you by faster than you can ever imagine. And the last big thing that's happening this week, so I actually can't wait to be together on this day and to have our live event, Spring Equinox Celebration, and do a journey ourselves and just be together during these powerful shifting times. The equinox is a time during the year where it's equal amount of light. So there's an equal amount of light and an equal amount of dark. So it's a moment where we can feel the peace, right? The peace within. Like, it's like you're in the eye of the storm, and you can use these energies, and you can use these opportunities with the alignment of the earth and the sun to find that within your own life. These are quantum opportunities for taking quantum steps towards healing. So this is why it's a very powerful time of the year. Like, this is it. We're ending this Pisces season, ends in a few days. Like, that is mind blowing. The Pisces energy is not going to end, but Pisces season is over and the new year begins. So what are you ready to create? What are you ready to manifest? What intention do you want for your life now that we are moving forward in a new direction? And then on the 21st, next Monday, we'll talk about this on Wednesday in the Magic of Venus. But Venus is entering a whole new phase, and it's called the surrendering and discovery phase. She's in direct motion. She's finally out of shadow. Thank the Lord. She is the morning star right now. And the Mayans used to call the morning star wartime and the evening star peace during peacetime. So what we're seeing is no coincidence, you know? So it's slowly decreasing in brightness and height each morning, and she's continuing to move farther away from the Earth. This is a phase that lasts 5.5 months, and it's unique in Venus's 584-day cycle because this means that she is going to make a conjunction with the balsamic moon. 5 conjunctions that will be visible in the night sky, or the early morning sky, or just, you know, different times before there is a new moon. Venus and the moon will conjunct. So it's a very introspective moment. But I call these Venus moon portals. And this is what I had in my Stargates books, which now I have translated all of that information into the Starseed membership. So if you loved those books, the Starseed membership is the way to know when the Starseed portals are opening up. Those are Venus moon portals, and they're going to be opening up for the next 5.5 months. And when the Venus and the moon come together, it is a moment of love. And it does have to do with our relationships, because Venus is our relationships and the moon is our emotions. So it gives us opportunities. They're going to be in different signs, and it gives us opportunities to tap into love, compassion, introspection, healing our, you know, sexual trauma, sexual shadows, and stepping into love, and love for ourselves and love for others. And that's really the 3 big things that are going on this week. And we're going to just be going through it little by little, going through it. Let me just take a moment to say hi to everybody. I know we've got a lot more people that came in and are watching. I think I said hi, Valerie, but if I didn't, hello. Veronica, welcome in. Hello, Abby. Welcome. Thank you for being here. The days are getting more and more beautiful here. I'm really excited about that. Thank God. Yoni, welcome in. I got an opportunity yesterday, and I'm so thankful, to go to Sedona and to go hiking. I took the day, not exactly off because I filmed a couple of videos out there, but I put them on Instagram. But I took the day to go and be in nature, and it was exactly what I needed. And I realized how much I love going to Sedona, like to just recharge and be in nature. I just absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So it's a very exciting time. And the more that you can find those little moments to cleanse yourself of any negative energy and to be more present for yourself and on this earth, and to feel her energy, because really what we're supposed to do is communicate with the earth. Like, that's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be the Arsayan priests, those who speak with the world. But you can't really know how to do that unless you know yourself, and you're meeting her in your high frequency quantum level energy. So, but it's such a healing energy too, to just be on earth with your feet on the ground or in nature, and just letting that energy soothe you. So if you haven't, I would recommend that at least before the sun enters Aries, that you go and be out in nature. Whether you go for a hike or a walk, or whatever you do, just go and find a place to be in nature, and just let yourself be in the flow. In the flow. Yeah, we're an expression of nature. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull some cards. So I'm going to say a little prayer to clear the energy of the cards, and then we will see what the message is for us this week. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and teachers, for being here with us today. Please clear the energy of these cards as well as my energy, so I can be that open channel of wisdom and grace and intuition to flow through to everyone watching this video live and watching the replay. And thank you for always guiding us in times of need, and for reminding us to always look within before we look without. So thank you for this message, and we would love to understand the energies of the week and what we can expect and what's going to be our challenge, how we can tune in intuitively to the energies, what's the overall theme, and what wisdom our spirit guides have for us, and also what animal spirit can guide us through the energies of the week. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so I'm going to shuffle the cards and see what we get. All right. We literally just pulled the Ace of Wands. That's hilarious. Okay, what is the challenge for the week? That's for those of you that don't know what the Ace of Wands represents. It's very Aries. 0 degrees of Aries. Oh, that one fell. Let me grab it. And what is the wisdom from the ancestors? Here we are. Okay. And then what is our animal spirit that can guide us through the week, as well as we're going to do some color cards tonight. Three color energies. All right. 2 more. Here's the next one and 1 more. And I'm not looking at these because I want to wait till the end to see the revelation. Okay. So here we go. Yes, I just clapped my hands. So, these are actually, so these are really interesting, very interesting cards. Like I said, we start off with the Ace of Wands. This is very much this Aries energy. The Ace of Wands is, it represents the element of fire, which is Aries. So the sun moving into Aries, this is what I feel. This is kind of like what we're feeling, what we're going to feel the most this week. So what is the Ace of Wands actually represent in the tarot? It actually represents inspiration, new beginnings, and creativity. This can also, the Ace of Wands can actually literally mean like a pregnancy, meaning that there's this birth. It's like a birth. Something new is coming. Something new is beginning. Makes sense. The sun is entering into the sign of Aries. What is the challenge? We get the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is someone who is very mature in terms of her emotions. So I would call the Queen of Cups emotionally intelligent energy, an emotionally mature energy that knows how to deal with her emotions, that knows how to process them, that recognizes when she's being triggered emotionally and knows why and where it's coming from, and doesn't lash out at anyone else because she's feeling these energies, but instead gives herself the time and space that she needs to process her emotions so that she can be in balance for herself, so that she can heal for herself, and so that she can have compassion for others. And she trusts it. She's someone who fully trusts in her intuition. But that emotional maturity is the biggest message of this card. So as we're entering this very fiery energy, we are also ending this very watery energy. The sun at the last degrees of Pisces is the Queen of Cups. it's where we've reached that emotional maturity. So as we leave the water element, mutable water, of course, why we feel all over the place with Pisces is because it's a mutable water sign. It's all over the place. The mutable signs are very unpredictable, and water is emotions. So we've been dealing with a lot of unpredictable emotions and kind of feeling like we're all over the place. I have been hearing from some of the moon goddesses from the moon goddess training that they've been having dreams with like they're in the ocean and they're seeing whales and stuff. And the other day I had a dream about an orca, and it felt like a very, very prophetic dream, like a futuristic, it felt like a very shamanic dream. There was very clear messaging in it. And the interpretation that I intuitively had was the same interpretation that my husband had of the dream. And I didn't tell him what I had interpreted it as, but when he said, I think this is what it means, I was like, that's exactly what I thought. So it was like confirmation that we are tapped in right now in a very powerful way. So as we enter this fiery, creative spark energy, we are leaving behind a very watery energy. The transition is always going to be a little bit challenging. But for some of us, it might feel really good, right? Like the fire energy, like being done with the intense water can be like, oh, thank God. But that's the challenge. The challenge is to be in your mature emotional space. Now, this means not blaming anyone else for whatever you're getting triggered by emotionally. I mean, today has been a day where I've been getting triggered a lot emotionally. And I know exactly where the triggers are coming from. The triggers are coming from experiences that I've had in the past that have been trauma links, for me. But in knowing myself and knowing where my shadows are and where my triggers are, I am able to maneuver or do the best that I can to maneuver through the energy in a mature way. And also heard from someone else that today hasn't been the best day. I don't know where you guys are at with it, but what I'm trying to say is that it's a heavy emotional time. And if you can find that Queen of Cups within you to not blame whatever emotional triggers you're having on someone else, and just give yourself space to process them, then you will be able to be ready and you'll be fully prepared to begin the new year, because this is about spiritual evolution. This is about enlightenment. The Pisces energy is enlightenment, and we're reaching the end of the wheel. So this is a deep, what did you do for all of last year? Did you work on yourself so that by this point you could be more spiritually in your evolution? Or are you noticing that you didn't really do much and that you're still getting triggered by all the same things, or not getting triggered by all the same things, but like having the same reactions over and over and not feeling like you haven't moved anywhere or gone anywhere in terms of your own personal healing? That's the challenge, is we're facing the truth of where we at in terms of this energy. So it is really, really telling and super fitting that this is what we're seeing. But there is something really exciting. And the exciting thing is, hang on, let me approve this message. So the exciting thing is the overall theme. So what is the overall theme for us for the week? It is the Three of Cups. So another water sign, or another water element card, but this time the theme is celebration. Can we celebrate the ending of a cycle and the beginning of a new one? Can we celebrate it? Can we together feel like we're moving into another space? A new opportunity. The new year is a new opportunity for you to heal yourself fully. A new opportunity for new growth. Can you be in the gratitude of that energy? Can you celebrate that energy? It is a time of celebration. And the more that you can be in that space, you'll transition a little bit more easily through this very powerful time. And the wisdom from the ancestors, this is where it gets a little bit heavy. This is the heavy one. the Four of Pentacles. And if you look at this card, look, she's holding her throat. Like she's holding her throat, like she can't speak. Like something is holding her back. And this Four of Pentacles is about control. It's also about stability, and it's about security. What happens with the Four of Pentacles is that you try to hold on to something so much that it literally prevents you from moving to the next phase. This is what we call lack mentality, or like a limited mindset, an inability to move forward, stagnation, because you're so afraid of letting go of the control that you hold yourself back from evolving. And this is the wisdom from the ancestors, basically saying, if you're in this space, like let go of the control, let go of needing to be in control. So the thing that I'm actually working on my Venus sequence of my gene keys to prepare for, I'm taking the course right now to prepare for teaching the sequence in the level 2 of the Moon Goddess training, and which is going to start in July. But there's a huge part of one of my gene keys is about control. Like that's the shadow control, and it has to do with sexuality. And the expression and what we attract when we're in that space of needing to be in control. It's like we attract exactly the opposite, because what we're telling the universe is we're too afraid. We're too afraid to get what we want. We're too afraid we're stagnating ourselves when we try to be in control. Nothing good comes out of just trying to stay in control. But the magic happens. Ooh, there's 33 in the chat. The magic happens when you actually surrender the control. And you realize that it wasn't too bad. It wasn't so bad in the end. And this is what we need to realize. And this is what our ancestors are telling us right now, is that we need to let go of trying to be in control right now. Like just stop. Stop putting the weight of the world on your shoulders, or feeling like everything is up to you, and surrender to what is unfolding for you in your own personal life. We can't ever control what's going on in the collective. We can only control ourselves and our energy and what we're either throwing out there or not throwing out there, or resisting or trying to control. So if you feel like you can't speak, you have to ask yourself, like, can you just just take your hand off, right? Like this image, take your hand off. Stop choking yourself. That's what I feel like. It's like, stop choking yourself. Stop holding yourself back. Jai, is that the second book that's available? What do you mean? The card does look like Gia. Oh my God, you're right. Interesting. But that's the wisdom, is stop choking yourself. Quite the message from our spirit guides for this week. I think it's important. I think it's really important to recognize where you're choking yourself. Message of the week. Where are you choking yourself? Okay. So the animal spirit for this week is, this message reminds me of the vulture. The animal spirit for the week is a very powerful animal spirit. It is actually in the spirit realm of this deck, and it is the dragon. And look at the eye. The eye just tells it all. The eye tells it all. I'm gonna read to you what this one means. It's seeing one's most true self and balancing the ego. The dragon sees everything. Its essence has been with us since before our first breath and will be there at our last. It watches us navigate the eternal world as well as our inner world. When dragon energy is awakened, we are courageous, visionary, and can easily drop into witness consciousness. It is almost as if we are traversing with a great friend inside of ourselves. When we look in the mirror deep into our eyes, we may even glimpse the self behind the self, the one who is watching us. This is the power of the dragon, breathing transformative fire into every cell of our bodies. Witnessing this omnipotent energy, even for a brief moment, helps us surrender and let go. We let the dragon guide us. We hop on its back for a ride. And as we traverse even the most difficult terrain, the dragon's eyes see beauty everywhere. How beautiful is that? It is said that if a yogi does not see beauty in the world, their Agni is dim. Agni is described as their inner fire or sacred intelligence. Remember, we talked about emotional intelligence and your genius. May even just the mention of the dragon stir the embers of intelligence within you. The dragon is connected to the third chakra, which is the solar plexus. The subtle energy of the dragon lives at the navel center. It is the Manipura chakra. Manipura translates to the city of hidden gems, and behind its gates burns the fire of our transformative digestion. It's talking about the transition of the end of the year and the new astrological year. The sages believe the health of the fire at the navel center is what generates our ability to clearly see both the inner and outer dimensions. Guess what else is connected to the solar plexus? That energy of Mars that I was talking about. Sun in Aries, Moon in Scorpio, both Mars-ruled signs. Your willpower comes with that energy of Mars. So it's like telling us to get ready because something real, a beautiful new opportunity is showing up. Are you getting ready for that, or are you like still focusing on what's ending? We have to do the conclusion. There's a conclusion here. Pisces season is ending with this powerful full moon. Like literally 2 days later. So the full moon is on Friday. Saturday, Sunday, Sun moves into Aries. We end the year with a full moon. That is a big deal. So that's the energy of the week. I want to see what colors we got. I love this. So we got the color indigo and the energy of determination. Connect to determination. The next card we get is the color mauve. Prepare. Prepare. Whoa. Determination and prepare. Crimson. Experience. So the message is the following. It's determination, prepare, experience. So this is going to be a week that guides us, that we're going to have some kind of determination for this next year. We're going to have to be determined, and we need to prepare to have some very powerful experiences. But I actually want to pull one more card to see what are those powerful experiences. And the card that we pulled is Sky Blue, which is elevate. Elevation. To elevate ourselves. And yes, the hand at the throat chakra again. Wow. Yeah, that's in the mauve card. Very interesting. It's coming up again. So that is our message for the week. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I want to thank you guys so much for all of your support, for being here live, for watching the replays, for signing up for my programs. Don't forget that I do have courses. If you want to take astrology, if you want to learn astrology, I have a level 1 called AQUARIAN Astrology course. And I have some other offerings as well. We have the Starseed membership. We have the Moon Goddess training that's coming up. That is the most comprehensive program I think you'll ever find in terms of really understanding yourself at a deep level, hands down. I will be starting to do some interviews with some of the Moon Goddesses that are going to be graduates of this very first time that we're doing this specific curriculum. And so you guys can get a better idea and hear it from them about their experience. I can't wait to do those interviews on my Instagram account. So do make sure to follow me on Instagram at Channel for Grace. And I hope you have a beautiful week. And I'll be back on Wednesday to talk about the magic of Venus. I'll be back on Thursday to talk about the astrology of the full moon. We'll have our full moon ceremony on Friday. And our live event, our first live event, the spring equinox celebration on Sunday night for the Starseed membership. Thank you all so much for being here, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your week. Satnam.